Kia ora, folks. I think a skill that is increasingly important these days, and one that's kind of more commonly being used in a variety of different jobs, is the ability to talk straight into a camera lens for a period of time. So maybe in your job you might end up doing Zoom calls, you might end up having to do teleconferencing or make videos of some sort, and being able to confidently talk whilst looking into a camera lens is actually a skill. So at the moment I'm using my phone and I'm not looking at the screen. If I were on a video call and looking at the screen, it would look like this, because the screen is to the right of the camera lens at the moment. That's back to the lens. If you're able to keep your eye line on the lens, for the other person it looks like you're looking straight at them, which is great. If you're presenting something to an audience, then it's also very helpful to be able to be confident at making eye contact with a camera lens. So if you get a chance in the next couple of days, my suggestion would be that you find a device that can record video. So it could be a phone, it could be a webcam on your laptop or Chromebook, or it could be a borrowed camera. Try and find a quiet space. Think of a topic where you know a lot and it's easy for you to talk about. So maybe talk about a film you've enjoyed or a game you like, or think about a breakfast food you could talk about convincingly, or maybe you're really interested in Thomas the Tank Engine. Whatever the thing is, something you can talk about confidently for 30 seconds to a minute, and then have a go at recording a video where you try to keep eye contact with that lens the whole time. Keep your direction of your gaze straight at the camera. When you've finished, play it back to yourself and have a critical look and a critical listen. How does the video look and how do you sound? Are you using your hands, moving your hands around, or are your hands rigid and staying still? You might be doing a bit too much with your hands. You might feel like it would be better if you did more. Is your voice varied in tone? Does it go up and down in its pitch? Do you use speed, like deliberate pauses, for example? Is your rate of speech appropriate? Is it a little bit too fast? I'm often a bit too fast. Maybe is it too slow? How's the sound quality? Are you using a microphone? And that might be one way to get better quality sound. Or does your device perform well in the space you've chosen to record in? Because if you know that your phone works really well, if you are sitting within 2 or 3 feet of the phone, that's good to know, because then you can use it in that situation again in future and be confident that you sound good. In terms of the image quality, how's the lighting looking? Do you have a flat image? Do you have a bit more light on one side and a darker, shadowy side on the other side to give you a bit more definition? A bit more of a 3D look. And how do you come across on camera? And is that how you'd like to come across? Is there something you might like to work on? It could be your hairstyle, your clothing choices, although school uniform is pretty standardized. It could be something around the way you move. It could be facial expressions. Do you do too much or too little with your face? All those little things. You don't need to share that video with anybody. Practice is in itself great for getting better. The only person who needs to look back at it is you, because then you can make a judgment about what are you happy with and what might you want to improve on for next time. I think it's a cool skill to have, and as media studies students, it's a really great thing to be practicing. So my recommendation is, in the next couple of lessons, why not try filming yourself talking and looking right at the camera for a chunk of time, 30 seconds to a minute maybe, then look back at it and evaluate. Well, how did I do? What am I happy with? What am I happy with, and what might I want to change in the future? If you don't do any editing, there'll be mistakes lifting like that one. You could choose to edit it as well. So if it's not a live call, but if it's a video you're going to be editing and then sharing, you can cut out mistakes along the way. But again, practicing the bit where you talk to the camera is the thing I think we should look at this year. Okay. Good luck, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I'll hold that for a second at the end there, so I've got some editing space. I don't have to immediately cut as soon as I finish the sentence. I've got a space where I can fade out or put a little card up in the corner. Okay, bye-bye.